ChatGPT said. We used to joke about marriage when we were kids. The alien lady is back, but she doesn't. I never thought I'd see her again. Back then she was just a girl, strange, curious, always watching the human children from the edge of the fields. Her skin shimmered faintly under the sun, an iridescent blue that caught everyone's attention, but her eyes were warm like twin moons reflecting sunlight. She was different, yet somehow familiar to me even as a child. We used to joke about marriage. She'd say, "If no one wants you when you grow up, I'll take you." I'd laugh and say, "Same here. If no alien guy wants you, I'll marry you." It was innocent, something only children could say without thinking about the weight of such promises. But then the war came. The alien fleets arrived and she disappeared. I thought she had died along with the countless others caught in the chaos. The day she returned. It had been 15 years since that promise. I was 25 now, a soldier in a fractured galaxy still trying to recover from years of bloodshed. My unit had been stationed on the outskirts of a ruined colony world. A quiet assignment, at least compared to the battles I'd seen. One evening, as the sun dipped below the shattered horizon, I heard soft footsteps behind me. When I turned, I froze. She stood there. Taller than I remembered, her once playful features now sharper, matured, but unmistakably hers. Her blue skin still shimmered faintly, though faint scars ran along her arms like ghostly lightning bolts. Her hair, silver white, framed her face, blowing gently in the wind. But it was her eyes that stunned me. They were the same. Warm. Familiar. And yet, sad. "You're alive?" I whispered, the words leaving my lips before I realized it. She didn't smile. "You kept me waiting, human?" No more jokes. We walked together in silence for a while. She didn't explain how she had survived or why she was here. Not yet. When we reached the old ruins of what used to be a playground, she finally spoke. "Do you remember what you said?" "What?" I said. I frowned. She turned toward me, her gaze unwavering. "You promised to marry me." I let out a nervous laugh, thinking she was joking again. We were kids. We didn't know what we were saying. But she didn't laugh. Not this time. I knew what I was saying. Her voice was calm, steady, but beneath it was something heavier, something she had carried for years. "Do you think I would forget?" My chest tightened. "I thought you were dead." "I almost was," she said softly, her fingers brushing one of the scars on her arm. "I was taken far away, trained, used, thrown into wars I didn't choose. But every night, I remembered the boy who said he would marry me if no one else did." She looked at me, then really looked. "I'm here to see if he meant it." The weight of war. That night, by the campfire, she finally told me her story. After the invasion, she was taken by her own people, not as a victim, but as a weapon. Her bloodline carried abilities rare among her species, making her valuable to the warlords who rose during the chaos. She fought, she survived, and she escaped, but at a cost. "I'm not the girl you remember," she said, staring at the flames. "I've killed. I've done things I can't undo. My people fear me. And your people, they hate me." I reached out, placing a hand gently on hers. She flinched at first, then stilled. "I don't hate you," I said quietly. "I never could." Her eyes softened. "You still speak like the boy I knew. A different kind of battle." Over the next few days she stayed with me. My unit didn't know what to make of her, an alien warrior appearing out of nowhere, claiming no allegiance. Some wanted her gone. Some wanted her dead. But I defended her, stubbornly, even when it put me at odds with my own comrades. One evening she asked me, "Why are you doing this? Why protect me?" "Because you protected me first," I reminded her. "That day in the fields, when the soldiers came. You stood between me and them. I never forgot." She turned away, her shoulders trembling slightly. "You're a fool." "Maybe," I said with a small smile. "But I guess I'm your fool." The confession. It wasn't until the night before she planned to leave that everything changed. We stood on the cliffside, watching the shattered moon above. The silence between us was heavy, filled with words unsaid. Finally she spoke. "When we were children, I thought you were strange." I chuckled. "I thought the same about you. But," she continued, her voice quiet. You were the only one who didn't treat me like a monster. You laughed with me. You promised me things no one else dared to promise. She paused, then turned toward me. I've carried that promise through every battle, every night I thought I would die. It was the only thing that kept me alive. I swallowed hard. And now I want to know. Her voice broke for the first time. Do you still want me? There was no hesitation in my answer. Yes. No more running. When I pulled her into my arms, she didn't resist. For a moment, the scars, the wars, the years apart, none of it mattered. She buried her face against my chest, trembling not from fear but from relief. I thought I'd lost you forever, I whispered into her hair. You almost did, she murmured. But I found my way back. When she pulled back, her eyes glistened with tears, but her smile, faint and real, was the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. So, I said softly, no more joking? No more joking, she replied. I'm not a child anymore. And I don't make promises I don't intend to keep. A new promise. The next day she left with me, not as a fugitive, not as an enemy, but as someone I refused to lose again. The galaxy was still broken, still dangerous, but for the first time in years I felt like there was something worth fighting for. We used to joke about marriage. Now neither of us was laughing. Because this time, we meant it.